Hello all and welcome back to Missildine Online. This is going to be a quick little video where we are going to look at the brand new WoW token that was added into the game today, April 7th. If we look at it, the WoW token can be sold on the auction house for gold. The auction buyer can then redeem it for 30 days of game time. This token may not be traded or redeemed, it may only be listed for sale. Let's go ahead and try to purchase it. Now, they streamlined everything so it's super easy. You can literally purchase it that quickly. Look at that. Done, pops right into your bag, and you have the blue WoW token, which, if you look, it is soul-bound, can be sold for gold on the auction house. The auction buyer can redeem it for 30 days. That is literally all you can do with it. You cannot trade it. You cannot give it to anybody else. So we're actually going to go and drop this off at the actual auction house and see how much money we can get. So right now it is at a fixed amount, and that is 30,000 gold and 30,300 gold. This isn't actually what it's going to be because this will change eventually. Right now, Blizzard set their own market for this, but eventually it will be on us, the players, to decide what this market actually is. So we're gonna go over to Ashran and go to the auction house and drop it off and see how fast it can sell for the purposes of the video. I am very curious to see if people are actually looking to buy these. My general guess is yes. People have plenty of gold in this game and they want to buy this and save themselves $15 of real money. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those, and instead I spent $20. $35 on World of Warcraft, but that's fine. Let's go and check out the auction house. You'll see that there's a new tab, Game Time. It'll just pop it up there, whatever. Now you can go to the shop and actually buy it right from the auction house, but that's not what we want to do. So it's not in our appraiser tab either, which is interesting. So that's not, I think that's because it's an add-on. So what we want to do is go to auctions, drop it right there, and it'll give us current price 30,000. Estimated time to sell actually tells you less than 30 minutes. Once this auction is created, it can be canceled. It can't be canceled and token can't be refunded. Create the auction right off the bat, and you'll see it there, and guess what? It's gone. That quick. Seriously, it goes that quick. I was actually, look at that. A buyer has been found for your auction of WoW token. 30,300 gold, just like that. Now, if we run over, I'm just going to show you that, yes, that's how much we actually received. And the auction house doesn't take a cut of that or anything, which is actually something I was kind of afraid of, is that usually the auction house takes a cut of auctions that are sold, so I was kind of worried, actually, that the $300 was added there for the purposes of a deposit. Like, they would take that $300, but they didn't end up doing that. So I'm going to keep going, and this video is actually going to replay because there are some things I want to talk about. That's how you use the game token, that's how you purchase it, and that's great and all, but I actually want to talk about some of the implications that this has on the game and on us in general. If you see, you can actually go and just directly buy it out. There is no bidding options, nothing like that. I do think it would be cool if they added a bid option, but unfortunately that is not the case. So the ability to essentially buy gold is pretty crazy and is something that WoW is trying to kill gold sellers on. That's going to happen. Gold sellers have to compensate now for this. And they actually have to be able to cut their rates down to the point where gold sellers might not exist anymore because they can't keep up with this. 30,000 gold for $20 is enough to pretty much put gold sellers out of business. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to. And I think that's what they were trying to stop with this. The ability to purchase gold isn't the big deal here for a lot of people. The ability to purchase playing time with real life gold is very, very good for a lot of players. And the big thing here is that Blizzard knows that. Blizzard isn't losing money. If anything, they're gaining money. Because instead of these people buying things and leaving the game once they have those, you know, you're buying a mount. So say you play for a month, saving up for a giant mount, and then you leave the game once you get it because you have everything you want. This is stopping you essentially from doing that because you're actually using your gold to buy game time. That's not the strongest argument for or against it, and I'm not for or against it at all. I'm just talking about a fact that this does give a new power dynamic to World of Warcraft. If you're looking at how much of the game can be purchased with gold, gold is essentially power in World of Warcraft. Some people disagree with me on that, and it's not a direct power unless you're talking about the Black Auction House, but even then, it's not a huge deal. What I'm talking about is carries. Think of all the carries you can get with purchasing gold. You drop, let's see, you drop $100 on just game tokens alone. That's 150,000 gold. A lot more than most of us have sitting in our bags. Well, a lot more than I've ever had sitting in my bag. That's pretty powerful. And the things you can buy with 150 gold is virtually anything in the game. Even if I was to look up the most expensive auction on the entire auction house, odds are it would be a mount, probably a trading card mount that cost a lot of money, actual money, that you could probably get for in-game gold. That's pretty wild that that exists. Now, speaking of that same token, a lot of people are going to be like, well, buying gold has already existed, because you can purchase a mount through the TCG, you can purchase one, and then put it on the auction house and sell, and essentially what you're doing is buying gold. That's true. That's totally true. But this makes it a lot easier for just about anybody to do this. I'm not sure, I'm not entirely positive about how coherent my thoughts have been on this. I'm kind of just going off the deep end here and talking about it without actually scripting anything, which is probably bad for this particular video. What I am curious about, though, is what you guys think of this. I know what I think of it. I think it's not hurtful or bad, but I do think it adds a totally different dynamic to the game and the economy of the game. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and remember, never give up, never surrender.